Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Questioner says, I'm from Albania. This is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that my content has reached parts of the world that I never thought we would be able to reach. Never thought I would have people in Albania, or people in Kashmir, or people in New Zealand, or in these parts of the world listening to what I have to say. Like, in هذه ni'mah, it's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we ought to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. He says here that I'm worried that I started taking a supplement called aswagandha, from which I benefited much from in a short period of time. Ashwagandha is an evergreen shrub that grows in Asia and Africa. The main effect is having a higher testosterone. I feel less stress within the day, my sleep has gotten better, and I tend to care less generally about anything, and I am more brave in general, the last two benefits being a side feature. Here's my issue, however. Even though I do appreciate the benefits which lead to me being more successful in business, studying, and sports, I generally hate stimulants, but rather I don't feel comfortable using them. Also coffee, i.e. caffeine, because my goal is to be a great man like the Salaf one day, and I don't think the ulama and the mujahideen back then used stimulants to study more successfully, or to improve their combat ability. Making use of stimulants in general, be it ashwagandha or coffee or caffeine, feels like cheating. So my question is, what's the hukum in general for stimulants, and are there records of the Salaf or the Prophet ﷺ making use of them? So here, let me try to switch the topic slightly. Now, you today, when you want to make jihad fi sabilillah, are you going to take swords and an arrow and a camel or a horse and a spear and a leather shield and go out and fight the enemy with that? Are you going to do that? That's what the Sahaba did. That's what the Salaf did. They conquered half the world with just a sword, some arrows, some bows, and a spear and a shield and some iron armor. That's what they did. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ died, and he had his shield as a piece of collateral at the hands of a Jew. Right? That's what they were using. That's the type of material, that's the type of equipment that they were using in that time. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with much more advanced pieces of equipment. Right? Are you now going to forego that advanced equipment because you feel like it's going to be cheating? Right? Or are you going to actually take those equipment and use it? Because the enemy is, of course, far more advanced than the enemy of the Messenger of Allah and his Sahaba were facing. Right? Because the Sahaba, they were facing people who also had swords, and that's what their main weapons were as well. And so there was kafa'a in that sense. Right? Similarly, when you're in today's world, right, you have to take benefit from that which is mubah, even if it is not exactly what was being used back in those days. And you shouldn't feel ashamed in that. Right? If you have access to caffeine, for example, if you have access to, I don't know what this shrub is, this herb is ashwagandha, right? And you see the benefits that it can bring you, then you're going to use it, right? Just like methods of treatment, right? There may be methods of treatment today which weren't present during the era of the Prophet ﷺ, right? And they weren't present during the era of the Sahaba or the Salaf. Yet we've seen through experimentation, through actual application of these medicines and treatments, that they work, and that they reduce the number of deaths, for example. And so you take them. Does that mean you're cheating? Because the Sahaba and the Salaf didn't use them? And sometimes we need to think critically before we try to apply it to another situation, or try to take the situation in and apply it somewhere else and see if it makes sense. So I don't see any issue with taking such stimulants, and I don't see it to be to be cheating. I don't see it to be cheating or anything like that. Right? You got to always try to maximize your potential, and try to use anything that is mubah to get to that, and to maximize that potential, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Wallahu alam.